What is going on, Debt Free Mafia? Hey, welcome to today's video. Today I wanted to talk just a little bit about what to look for in a financial coach if that's something that you're interested in, and kind of what to expect when meeting with a financial coach. I'm going to speak on my experience as a financial coach, so you kind of hear what it's like working with me. I can't speak for every coach because every coach is different, and that's something we're going to talk about here in a second. But I do want to kind of give you just a little bit of confidence if that's something that you're interested in and something that you're looking into, just so you can feel a little more at ease on the decision on whether or not to pick up the phone and make that call. Guys, if you don't know me, my name is Rick. I am a financial coach, and I'm also the owner of the Debt Free Mafia, where we want you to become financially bulletproof. We want you to have peace with your finances. We want you to not have to check your bank account just to fill up with gas. If that sounds like you, or if you're just somebody who's about the debt-free lifestyle and wants to not only be debt-free but build wealth and leave a legacy for your children's children, this is the spot for you. So go ahead, hit subscribe, hit the like button for me. It just helps me out. I appreciate it so much. But let's talk about it just a little bit. I kind of want to just talk off the top a little bit about financial coaching. So what is a financial coach? So they are different than a financial advisor. I want to be very clear about that because both of us get confused a little bit. So whenever somebody says, I need help managing my money, you can manage money different ways. So if you look at a financial advisor, there's somebody who deals with your money and how it pertains to the future. So what they're doing is their goal is to set you up to where they can have, in the future, you will have a sizable amount of money and be able to live the lifestyle that you desire based on the plan that they give you. And it's primarily focused in investing, right? There might be some stuff with like trusts and whatnot and different things like that. However, the difference between a financial advisor and a financial coach is a financial coach deals with your money and your relationship with your money right now. So if you're somebody who's living paycheck to paycheck, or maybe you're underwater on some stuff, or maybe you just feel like you don't even know where to start with your debt, that's what a financial coach does. A financial coach gets you on a proven plan. They get you onto a budget. They help keep you accountable as you work on that budget. They get you on a debt elimination plan, so that way you know exactly how you need to be paying off your debt so that you can effectively pay it off. And on top of that, they should be giving you a ton of encouragement. So whenever you go to look for a financial coach, I recommend getting to know the financial coach and kind of interviewing them. I typically start most of my financial coaching with clients doing a consultation. So what we do is we sit down. I ask for a little bit of homework up front. It's just like a one-page paper that they fill out with some questions, and then I take that. They send that paper to me. We meet for our meeting over Zoom. I do everything over Zoom, so I don't meet in person. It's just easier to share my screen, and it's also nice because you don't have to leave your home either if you don't want to during my meetings. So something that's really cool is we go through that consultation, and typically in that consultation, what I do, the way I practice is I make sure that client leaves that consultation knowing what steps they need to take next. So a big part of that is if they decide that they're interested in financial coaching, we talk about what program I would put them on, because I have several programs. Some coaches might only have one or two. I have several, and I tell them what program they'd be on, how long that program would be, how much that program will cost, and then on top of that, I'll also show them the results that they can expect from that program should they follow it to a T. So that's typically what we do, and then the next step after that is going to be our first official coaching session. So what we do is I send a list of homework, and it's where they typically go and they get all kinds of different items that I'm asking for. It could be, what are your vehicles worth? How much do you own or how much do you owe on your home, or how much is your rent every month? How much is do you have saved for retirement? All of it's done with me. It's all done in confidentiality. I have an agreement that we mutually sign saying that this is all confidential. It doesn't go to anybody. So that way, you can have trust in me, and your coach should have some sort of agreement. Make sure they have an agreement that lays out expectations, so that way, one of you doesn't end up getting burned down the road. Because I can't speak on behalf of all coaches, but me, I want to make sure that you feel super confident in all the expectations before you when it comes to financial coaching, so that way you know what to expect from me, and also you know what I'm going to be expecting from you, because I do put expectations on you because I want to see you get results, right? And I would not be a very good coach if I didn't have expectations and wasn't pushing you to meet those expectations. So that's mutually beneficial for the both of us. So that's why I have an agreement in place. Going back to that first meeting, we have that first meeting. It's where we get all this information, and what I do is I take all that information and I build out a budget. I build out a net worth calculator, I build out a debt elimination plan. So the cool thing is you get these cool these cool Excel files. I don't know why I got stuck there, but you get these cool Excel files that I build out. They're all custom built just for you and your unique situation. I even have had clients who have needed their currency converted to pesos just so that they know what they're spending in pesos if they go to Mexico. So I actually have a spreadsheet that does everything in US dollars, and then also it has a mirror tab that shows everything in pesos, so that way they know, here's the conversion for you. All they gotta do is type in the daily conversion so they know what it is. Very cool stuff. I make sure that the spreadsheet's customized towards my client. Your coach is probably gonna have a budget for you also to do, most likely. There's different budgets that you can do. I teach the zero-based budget. I'm a big believer in the zero-based budget, making sure that every dollar that you get, you are commanding to go somewhere. That way there's just no loosey-goosey anywhere, right? I wanna make sure that you're either eliminating debt, saving money, and then meeting all of your bills and any other expenses you have. So that's the first meeting. Second meeting, that's whenever the rubber meets the road. That's whenever I typically go in and I make all my recommendations for the client. We go through and we balance the budget, because we don't do that in the first meeting typically, because I'm busy asking questions for that full-on session. Most of my sessions are about an hour, and as we go along, depending on the program, my most popular program is a 6-month program. It's just that tends to be the most successful for a lot of people. 6 month as of right now. I'm looking at potentially doing a 12-month, just because usually when you do anything financially, it's usually over a long period of time. It doesn't happen overnight. Anything money-wise typically doesn't happen overnight. So my goal is that my clients always leave feeling super confident in their finances, feeling confident in budgeting, feeling confident in any other recommendations that I make, practices that I make, or practices that I teach rather. Another thing that I do is I have a teaching section in that second meeting where we go over the keys to budgeting, biblical principles. I love going over biblical principles of finance because I am a Christian, and I also want to be sure that my knowledge and my expertise in finances isn't just derived from myself, but rather something bigger than myself. We kind of go through scripture and kind of talk about, here's what Bible says about money. The cool thing about it is I make sure it's not a guilt trip. That's never ever the point. I never want to guilt anybody with that kind of stuff, but I love teaching it because it gives a firm foundation of everything that I'm teaching, which is a big part of being debt free. Believe it or not, the Bible doesn't speak favorably of debt in any area of it. So that's kind of something that we'll talk about too. And then also I kind of go through what my step-by-step program. I've refined my personal step-by-step program into 8 steps, and we go through with the client, show them step-by-step, here's what you need to be focusing on. Here's the debt or the savings that we need to be focusing on. And that way every week we have an action plan, and the client can feel as comfortable as possible. That's kind of what to expect from me, but I recommend interviewing coaches, kind of getting an idea of what their personality is like, because not everybody connects with me, and I'm okay with that, because I might not connect with them. So make sure that you connect with your coach. We call it the vibe check. Make sure they pass the vibe, right? Make sure that they genuinely have your best intention at heart. And a big one, this is a big one, make sure that they're empathetic of your situation, because if you have a coach who's just not empathetic of your situation, it's unrelatable, right? Yeah, they don't relate with you, you don't relate with them. It's probably not going to be a good situation. So that's a big encouragement. I hope that you do that. If you are looking for a financial coach, you can start with me. I would love to take a quick call with you, just so you can kind of get to know me, and we can talk through the next steps. You can head to the debtfreemafia.com, book a call. I'd love to talk to you and talk about financial coaching. Love to get you on your financial transformation journey, help you become financially bulletproof. If that's something you're interested in, go ahead and hit the link below. It's going to be debtfreemafia.com. You can go check more about me, also a little bit about my story, and then any other questions you have to be on there. Also, feel free to DM me if you have any questions on Instagram or Facebook. It's debt.free.mafia on Instagram, and then facebook.com/debt-free-mafia on Facebook. So you can use either of those, guys. I appreciate you stopping by. I hope those kind of help give you an idea of what financial coaching looks like and the difference between it and an advisor. I appreciate you for stopping by again. Go ahead, join us here at the Debt Free Mafia. Hit subscribe, hit the like button for me. Appreciate you. Have a good one. Peace.